How can I get him to appreciate what I am doing for this family?
You know, I've got to tell you that when this question came in a few days ago, she really did her homework on this one. I've heard the answer, and you're going to be impressed because I'm telling you, it's good.
Well, you know, a homemaker, I looked it up in the dictionary, is somebody that takes care of the home. And it's an unpaid, unrecognized job here in our country, I think. And so I said, well, God, I said, well, gosh, how much would it cost if I paid somebody to do everything I would do as a homemaker?
And believe me, she went out and found that answer.
I did. I came up with like 6 things. I looked around and I said, what are 6 things that I would have to do? And some of these I do because I do work. House cleaning was, you know, top of my list. I had made a few phone calls, and it would cost me $125 a week to get my house cleaned. That's $500 a month.
Notice what she's doing. She is, in effect, cost analyzing the job housekeeper and putting a dollar figure by looking for services that are rendered through the community that would substitute me if I weren't available.
Yep. How could I get this done? So it cost me $500 a month for house cleaning. And that's only the big stuff. It's the big house cleaning. Next, laundry. It's another thing. You got to have clothes to wear. So I found a laundry that does dry fold and iron for $1 a pound. I had 40 pounds of laundry in my house last week. So that's $40 a week, $160 a month to get the laundry done.
So we're adding this up.
Mm-hmm. Next, meals. Now, I didn't hold a lot with breakfast because breakfast is pretty easy. And lunch, the kids are at school. But dinner, you know, I come home after work and dinner is like a big event. So I thought, well, how could I get dinner prepared? Well, there are a couple companies in town that do that. About $21 a day. That's $105 for Monday through Friday. $105 a week, $325 a month to have my dinners catered in.
Personally, I think that's cheap. That's good.
Next, we got to go on to
My wife's proud that she doesn't cook, by the way.
Hey. Next, we got to go on to child care. And so I figure, you know, about 5 hours a day, I would look at my partner and say, I need 5 hours of help with the kids daily. And child care runs about, well, $8 to $20 an hour. So I picked 10, nice round number. That's $250 a week, grand, $1,000 a month for childcare. And then daily maintenance, just grocery shopping, errands, dishes, being there for the plumber.
How many hours a week did you put to that?
I gave $10 an hour for 10 hours a week? 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
So that was $400 a month.
Okay, so what did you come up with for total?
Just that, those 5 items was $2,500 a month.
Or $30,000 a year.
You're right, $30,000 a year.
So to this question that came in, I think where we're going with this is that you need to understand, as a homemaker, I'm doing $30,000 a year.
I got to address this question because they got a 2-year-old.
Oh my God, we've got a child that's at home.
Daycare for kids under kindergarten
sure did.
is $200 to $250 a week.
But you didn't put the dog in there.
I didn't. And so if we add daycare in for a 2-year-old for a year, that's another $8,400. So $38,400 is what the salary for a homemaker is. And that's probably low end, really.
No, yeah. I don't want to do that job. So what your answer to this question is?
Well, you know, I look at how some people want to put a dollar value. They validate because it's what is my income? What would I make from this? And so my idea was, well, you know, what is this position worth? $38,000 a year. You know, they're not spending that because they have apportioned that to one of the members of the family.
So when she asked the question, how can I get him to appreciate what I'm doing?
Hand him a bill.
You're saying you're not only handing him a bill, but you're showing him the services that you do that he takes for granted.
Right.
Last week we talked about support needs. Remember we talked about the things that are needed to be done that I do that you don't tend to recognize.
You don't appreciate, right?
Yeah.
So for $955 a week, here's my bill. You can decide some of that you want to do yourself. To cut down on what my fee is?
So part of the answer to this question is, A, there is value to the things you do, okay? B is awareness, to let your partner know who, obviously, by your question, really doesn't know what you do all day. And it may be insightful just to work out some type of a record of what you do in an average day, because I'm sure that if you're used to the routine, you probably don't even notice all the things you do.
Right. And sometimes nurturers, I find, they don't talk the same language as business people.
So
they really have a hard time saying, well, here's what I did all day, because in their mind, they're doing it for their family. And so, you know, there's some things about being a homemaker that are priceless. The warmth of the home, the pictures that get put on the wall, the care that went into picking out the curtains and the colors. None of that's in there.
Well, I've got